Daisy Ridley's $13 million flop wasted a sci-fi premise that should have been amazing. In 2021, Daisy Ridley starred in Chaos Walking, a sci-fi action movie with a premise so good that it should have been a massive hit, but ended up being panned by critics. Back in 2015, Ridley got her breakout role as Rey in Star Wars: The Force Awakens. For 3 films, Ridley led the iconic sci-fi franchise through some incredible highs and disappointing lows. In this way, Ridley has come face to face with world-shattering success and devastating critique. However, as it turns out, Star Wars is not the only sci-fi epic Ridley has seen torn apart by viewers. There are a number of reasons why Chaos Walking should have been a success. First and foremost, the cast was truly outstanding. Alongside Ridley, Chaos Walking starred Tom Holland, Mads Mikkelsen, Nick Jonas, and Cynthia Erivo. On top of that, the movie was directed by Doug Liman, who saw previous success with films like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, The Bourne Identity, and Edge of Tomorrow. To add insult to injury, the movie was also based on a relatively popular young adult book series. Of course, these details were all secondary to the movie's greatest strength of all, its premise. Chaos Walking had the best premise of any sci-fi movie from the past decade. The biggest reason why Chaos Walking should have been a hit is because of its unique premise. The movie follows Todd, a young man living on a dystopic planet where a species called the Spackle once attacked. In the aftermath, all the female colonists were killed, and the men were left with what is known as the noise. The noise makes it so that everyone's thoughts can be heard and seen by everyone else. Yet one day Todd finds a patch of silence, and he soon discovers that a girl named Viola is the source of it. In just a few sentences, Chaos Walking proves itself to be absolutely compelling. The concept of a world where everyone can hear each other's thoughts is intense, but it is made all the better by the story's gender distinctions and mysterious history. As many sci-fi lovers know, the premise can be the best or worst thing about a sci-fi movie, and Chaos Walking seemingly had everything going for it. That makes it all the more upsetting that the movie ended up bombing at the box office and earning a 21% on Rotten Tomatoes. Why Chaos Walking didn't work, despite the great premise. Ultimately, the main issue with Chaos Walking was that it didn't do its premise justice. According to critics, the movie was dull and unoriginal. With a slow pace and characters that felt underdeveloped and bland, audiences struggled to get invested in the story. Furthermore, Chaos Walking hurt itself by feeling more like a setup to a greater franchise rather than standing as its own movie. In the end, Chaos Walking underutilized its world, its characters, and its story, making it just another boring sci-fi flick. Although it has only been 3 years since Chaos Walking's release, there is a chance that the movie could be revived somehow. Most likely, the story could get a second chance by being turned into a TV show. With more time, perhaps the showrunners could delve deeper into the story, unlike the 2021 movie did. Then again, it may be better for the story if it just remains on paper, as a novel format seems to be the best thing for it. Unfortunately, this leaves Chaos Walking in a difficult dead-end spot.